everyone. This is Laura Burke, registered dietitian, personal trainer, and yoga corrective exercise instructor. I am sitting out here on this beautiful sunny day, sitting wondering what I could be doing to help people improve their health during this gift of time that we've received for the quarantine. It takes 21 days to break a habit or to change. So I figured we've got this beautiful gift of health for 21 days that we can add simple nutrition tips or tricks or ideas, even exercise, maybe yoga too, to change us, to improve our health, because we want to be strong. We want our immune strong, we want our body strong, we want our mind strong, we want to be healthy. Because if we get sick, whether it's COVID-19 or flu or cold or chronic disease, we want our healthy to be strong to try to beat it, or beat it. And if we don't get it, and when we're released back to our normal lives, we still want to be healthy because we don't want to get it then either. So I was thinking, once a week, I'm going to post or do a video. I'm trying to get to this video thing. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to try to do a video of what we can do to improve our health. Very simple things you could do at home. Don't need to buy anything. You don't need to get a subscription to anything. I will be doing videos to my YouTube channel, ELB Consulting, posting some yoga and exercise tips and corrective exercise to my YouTube channel to help things you could do at home, no equipment necessary. And hopefully I'll be able to see all my clients and family and friends improve their exercise and nutrition. But today I want to give you a nutrition challenge for the week. Only one, very simple, often overlooked. It is the most important nutrients that our body needs. It's overlooked, very simple. Sorry, there's a garbage truck right in front of me. But the most important nutrition tip that you can have for your body is actually water, which is why I'm sitting out here on the water. Water is so simple and yet overlooked, and I want to explain why we need water. Our body is 77% made of water. Our organs uses water, our joints, our muscles, our brain, our skin, everything uses water. The more dehydrated your body is, the harder it needs to work to boost up your immune, to become healthy, and you can feel it. You can feel it in your skin when it's dry, you can feel it in your hair when it's dry. So because your body is 77% water, we want to make sure our bodies are hydrated, especially during this stressful time. You got to think of your muscles. Your muscles are long fibers, and if they're dehydrated, they get stuck, and the fibers don't move as easily. So oftentimes we have more muscle pain or joint pain. Same with our heart. If our blood is thick because it's dehydrated, it needs to pump harder. It has to work harder to flush out all the toxins and get rid of everything. Same with kidneys. If our bodies are dehydrated, our kidneys can't flush out toxins. And it's crucial right now to flush out toxins. So we want to make sure that we're hydrating. Now, the most common complaint I get when you increase water is that you have to go to the bathroom. And yes, that is true. You will have to go to the bathroom more often. But the good news is it only takes 3 days for your body to adjust. 3 days, that's it. So if you start drinking more water today, you will feel like you have to go to the bathroom more often. And for 3 days it will, but then it usually subsides, or your body figures out what you're trying to do with it, and it's your new norm. So people often complain about going to the bathroom, which I think is a beautiful thing, because the more often you go to the bathroom, the more you flush out your toxins, the more you get rid of all that bad stuff in the body, which is what you want to do. Okay, so we discussed why water is so important. We need it for our muscles, we need it for metabolism, it helps us lose weight, helps us think more clearly, gives us more energy, helps prevent injury, pain, and it helps boost our immune system by thinning our blood out and letting our body do what it needs to do. So the next question is how much water do you need? The government recommends 64 ounces of water a day for pretty much everybody. And that's okay. 64 ounces is okay. That's the bare minimum I would recommend. But I like to recommend you take your body weight and you divide it in half. And that's the amount of ounces of water that you need a day. So let's say you weigh 100 pounds. You divide that in half, you need 50 ounces of water a day. And I love this recommendation because it applies to adults and it applies to children. So you can take your child's weight, divide it by 2, and that's the amount of ounces of water you need a day. So there's a couple tricks that we can do to make sure we're getting our water, whether it's the 64 ounces or your body weight divided by 2. And yes, some of you are saying, holy cow, that's a lot of water. Don't worry, 3 days for your body to adjust. 3 days. And we have plenty of time right now for our bodies to adjust because we're all staying home right now. So what is considered water? That's the next question I get. Water is water. Water out of the tap water. You can do bottled water. I got bottled water right here. You can do bottled water. You can do tap water. I do not count LaCroix as water because it's got carbonation. Carbonation is dehydrating. I don't count coffee as water because that's got caffeine and stimulants in there, which is also very dehydrating. Tea, I get a lot of questions about herbal tea. Herbal tea is good. It doesn't dehydrate you, but I still don't count it as water. Water is water. Now, if you happen to be eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, you could probably get away with less water because fruits and vegetables have a lot of water content to it. So that's good. So if you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, continue to do that because you will be seeing a video on how important fruits and vegetables are coming up very soon because that is immune boosters right there. But water is water. Now, there's a couple other things we got to keep in mind with water. Because if you do drink coffee or alcohol, you need to rehydrate your body after you consume any type of sugar or caffeinated products. And that includes tea too. So my rule of thumb is for every 1 cup of water or every drink of alcohol, you need to have 2 cups of water. Did I say 1 cup of coffee or a drink of alcohol? You need to have 2 cups of water to rehydrate it. So if you have that glass of wine, make sure you have 2 cups of water before you have your second glass of wine. If you have a cup of coffee in the morning, make sure you have 2 cups of water before you have your second cup of coffee. Same with teas, same with any energy drinks, same with Gatorade, all of that. Make sure you are hydrating the body with plain water. The other thing with water is a lot of us are really good in the morning time. A lot of us are very dehydrated when we first wake up, so we have our coffee, we have our teas, we drink our water, and then right around 3 or 4 o'clock, we stop drinking water. And then we do increase our alcohol, for some of us, not all, but for some of us. So it is crucial to continue drinking water after 3, 4 o'clock. I always try to recommend space your water out. Have your water in the morning, have some water at lunchtime, have water around 3, 4 o'clock, and then yes, have some water before you go to bed. Now the exception to this guideline or this recommendation is if you're on any type of special diet from your doctor or a diuretic or any medicine that tells you to reduce your water because I don't want you to end up with depleting your electrolytes in your body. So make sure you talk with your doctor if you're on any medications or diuretics that would for you need to decrease your water. But for the rest of us who are not, make sure you drink water all throughout the day consistently. Now, there are a few tricks to how to get your water in your body. I like to take the simple approach. There are lots of apps out there. You can download a water app and you can grow a garden, and the more water you drink, the more flowers grows in the app. That's pretty cool. It's fun. I'm a person who, if I don't see it, I don't do it. So I have to log into the app in order for me to drink water. So that's not my style, but that is one way. If you are doing fitness food journals, MyFitnessPal, Lose It, the Fitbit, you can also fill up your water cups in your food journal. That's another way. Your Apple Watches, Samsung watches have little water drinks on the watches, the face of the water, and you could add your water every time you drink one on your watch. That's another way. But once again, I'm simple, and I like to see it out on the counter. So a few tricks that I do is if you happen to drink water from a plastic water bottle, you can line up the amount of waters you need on the counter. And this water bottle is 16 ounces or 16.9 ounces. So depending on how much water you need, you line up 5 or 6 or even maybe 7 of these on the counter. And then you take one and you drink one and you drink until the water bottles are gone. Now the problem with that is a lot of us have kids at home right now and they may take our water stash. I get really upset, but they may take our water stash. So you might want to hide your water stash. Or you move to a sport water jug. This is 64 ounces. So yes, the government recommends 8-ounce glasses a day, which is 64 ounces, which is this amount. You could fill this up you could fill this up first thing in the morning and drink from it until it is empty. Now, for those that may want to double it, because some of us with exercise, you need more water with exercise. We didn't even get into the exercise guidelines, but we will. Not today, but probably another day. But that's just basically make sure you drink before you exercise, during your exercise, and after your exercise. So if you're exercising, you need to add a lot more water. For most of us, some of us that are heavy exercisers, you need 2 of these a day, 120 ounces of water a day. That's a lot for some. I'm not recommending that for everyone, just a few people. But if you do drink 120 ounces of water a day, make sure you do it slowly. Don't do it all at once. Do not deplete your electrolytes. We can talk more about that later. But you can fill this up and drink from it during the day, so that way you know your water. For most of us, we tend to have a water bottle that we carry around, and this is 20 ounces, a little bit more than a water bottle, but it's 20 ounces, and you can fill this up and add it in your head, or once again, do the watch, click the water tab on the watch, or in your food journal. But this is 20 ounces, and you can keep refilling it and carrying this everywhere you go. Have water with you everywhere. Once again, the more water, more hydrated your body is, the more you're able to boost your immune and get rid of these viruses and colds that are affecting us right now. So remember to always have your water with you. Drink it all throughout the day, starting first thing in the morning. The first thing you should do is be drinking 8 ounces of water before you eat or drink anything, because you are waking up on a dehydrated body. And when your body is dehydrated, your muscles are dehydrated, which means your metabolism is dehydrated, which means you do not burn as much fat and you can't get rid of these toxins. So the very first thing you can do is drink 8 ounces of water every single morning. And if you prefer warm water, that's fine. If you prefer cold water, that's fine. But that is the first thing everyone should be doing, is 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning. Then you could have your coffee or your tea or whatever you like first thing in the morning, orange juice. Then drink your 2 cups of water after that. Make sure it's not just coffee. Make sure we have some water in there. And then continue to drink water throughout the day. And if you exercise, which most of you do, and we will be doing some exercise nutrition tips soon, but when you exercise, make sure you're drinking water before you exercise. Because if you run or exercise, weightlift or Zumba, whatever we're doing, a lot of people are walking right now and running. If you do any of that on a dehydrated body, those muscles are working extra hard and causing you more fatigue and more pain. So make sure you drink water 30 minutes before you work out, and 15 minutes during your exercise, and then drink afterwards, depending on how much you sweat and how intense and hard your exercise was. And then make sure you drink water after that 3-4 o'clock mark, especially if you start having a glass of wine or a beer or some alcohol. Make sure you are hydrating the body, because if you hydrate the body, your blood will be thinner, your organs will be more efficient, you'll release and get rid of those toxins. I can't stress that enough, because the more you get rid of those toxins, the more your immune will be stronger to fight off some of these illnesses. So that is my water information for today. That's the first nutrition challenge that everybody should start. Easy. The one thing I will say quickly before I leave is, if you do drink from a water bottle, just be careful, because it is BPA, it's got plastic in it. You are better having clean water. Once again, you don't have to go buy a huge system. You got a ton of filters on the market. Brita filters, there's just a ton. Over-counter, under-counter filters. Just make sure the water is as clean as possible. Reverse osmosis is good if you have a reverse osmosis, but make sure you're taking a multivitamin, because you want minerals added back into that water, since that takes out everything. But don't get too overwhelmed with if your water is clean or not, because right now all water is excellent for the body, just to get rid of everything. So the nutrition challenge for this week is to make sure you're drinking your water. Take your body weight, divide it in half, and that's the amount of ounces of water you need a day, assuming you're not on any medications, and if you are, check with your doctor, and start drinking. And like I said, you will go to the bathroom, but that's a good thing. You want to go to the bathroom. You want to excrete those toxins. You want to get them out of your body as fast as possible, because you don't want them to stay there. So that is it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. If there's something you would like me to talk about, feel free to comment, because like I said, I am going to do some more videos up on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, ELB Consulting. I'll do a few more lives. all I want you to do is work on your water, and then we'll think of something for next week's nutrition challenge. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was my first. I think I did one a long time ago, but it was my first, and I'm going to try to get used to this whole camera thing. But if you have any questions, let me know. And it was such a pleasure talking with you, and good luck with that water. Cheers.